It's Sunday morning here at Empty Mountains in the woods, August 10th. Look how lovely this little guest hut is. It's just so great. Ugh. We've had the fortune of a few folks staying in the guest hut since it was erected just, I don't know, a couple months ago. So that's awesome. And I thought I would just kind of offer a little update video. We haven't posted in a couple weeks. And, you know, I also want to highlight something that for me is exciting. And I don't use the word exciting super often. Like, I like to be choiceful of when I use that word. I don't just throw it away, or throw it around rather. But I am excited about what I'm going to share with you, which is that yesterday I decided it was time to put my writing desk in the guest hut, because the guest hut is kind of a multi-purpose space for when people aren't staying in it. It will also serve as my writing place. It's also my morning meditation spot. So I sit in here in the mornings often, unless I'm sitting outside. And yeah, it'll just be another nice place for us to have, especially during this upcoming winter. And we're going to be wintering over at home this year, which we've always done up until the last 5 years. We've been heading south for the winters, but now we're going to resume back to wintering over here. So this will be nice. Our cabin is small, so this will be nice to have another heated place to go to, and a nice concentrated quiet place for me to do my writing, which I'm really looking forward to, because when we sold the house in town 4 years ago, I had to find sort of other creative ways to like still be a writer and a poet, but not have really any private space to my own, or like concentrated space, because we were living in a van for a while, and then just living in really extra small places. Like our house in town was small, but then we went smaller. So, I mean, fortunately, I think it's fortunate that Mike and I are in different sleep schedules. He's a night owl and I'm an early bird, so that really helps me have the time that I need for sort of concentrated writing space and time. But anyway, my writing desk is now in this hut, which I moved in there yesterday from what we call the shed, which is our shipping container storage unit that we got a couple of years ago. And up until yesterday, my writing desk was in storage for literally 4 years. So, so unearthing it and putting it in a place felt pretty exciting. So let's go see it. Ta-da! This little desk we found at a thrift store, I don't know, years ago, and I love how small it is. I love small things. We've always had a small house, small spaces, and furniture just, I don't know, seems to abide by the motto, you know, bigger is better. So I love finding small stuff. So this has been awesome. So I have my desk in here now. Right now it's situated in front of this lovely window. And it will also serve as sort of like a bedside table for whoever stays in here. Multi-purpose, which you need in small spaces, you know, things that are multi-use. So I think I've already covered this, but this was my last recent excitement before the desk, which is finding this bookshelf at a local thrift store for like $5 or $8, I don't know. And it allowed me to get all my books out. At least most of my books. There's still more books, but these are most of the ones that I use. The other ones are more sort of in Mike's domain of things, and he's not really big into paper books anymore. So right now this is kind of like all of my books, and I have access to them. They're no longer in like storage tubs in the shipping container, and that's amazing. So now, when I, want to access a book, I just come in here and go to a bookshelf, and it's amazing. Because before that, anytime I was like wanting to get out a book or reference a book that I had to overcome the hurdle of like rallying the muster to go into the storage shed, pull out the boxes, get all the books out, like find the book that I was looking for, and it was kind of a pain. So anyway, there are some books I reference often, and anyway, it's amazing to have a bookshelf. Yeah, and a desk to write at. What? Okay. So the guest hut is not done yet. As you can see inside, we still need the walls and the flooring, and we still need to mill the lumber for that from on site, which Micah is going to do. And we still need to mill the siding for the back and put in the top triangle window. So this still has some things needing to be done to it, including putting a more fixed situation over this, which is the heating unit, which is the diesel heater under there with the battery that runs it. And the heater's working great, but we do need to put something more substantial than these panels, although it is working for now. But so this still has a few things to tend to, which we may or may not get to this year. We'll see. We might be able to mill the lumber, but we might have to wait for the lumber to dry before we install it on the inside. And our next build here at Empty Mountain, we have decided, is a wood-fired sauna house. So we figured that would be not only good for us to have this coming winter as we winter over here, but also a good addition to the Empty Mountain community. And hope that we'll have friends that want to come out and sauna with us and all that good stuff. So, so Mike has spent a really long time researching heavily how to build a sauna house, and also like what kind of stove to put in it. And he spent a lot of time coming up with designs, which he does on his computer, for what the build will look like. And I think it's important to highlight how much time he puts into that, because like when he started on the guest hut, I was posting pictures online on Facebook, and people were like, wow, it's going up so fast. And it's like, yes, and it's going up so fast because he puts a lot of time in ahead of that to like research and plan and design, and like prices out all the materials and like makes a materials list, and it takes a lot of time. It's he puts a lot of energy into that, and that's stuff you don't really see when the build's going up, right? And so the same is true with the sauna house. He's put a lot of time and energy and effort into research, and I'm so grateful that he has enough interest in all that to do it. I mean, the research for him can be also hard, and there's just so much to know and learn about anything. And while he is a builder, like building stuff from scratch and building buildings and designing buildings is new for him, so it takes time. And he also really wants to make the best use of the resources we have, both in lumber and money, and so it just takes a lot. So my stepson was here for a little while, and he and Mike did some work to get this started. So this is where our sauna house is going to be. This is the starts of it. And these two will be joined. He's just done them in two different sections for reasons. I think to make it easier to manage. So he and Jaden did a lot of groundwork to prepare this and level it and clear out. They had to get out some trees and bushes, and so, as you can see, it's going to be fairly large. I forget the exact dimensions. 16 by 20? I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But so this will be a combination of things. It'll be a sauna house, and it'll also have like a hangout room attached to it. so that we can sauna and then come out of the sauna and just kind of have a, you know, a conditioned space, indoor space to hang out in the winter. And what this will also have is a shower house. So we are going to sort of decommission, as it were, our shower house now, which I love and is amazing, and I'm a little sad it won't be our shower house anymore, but I will get over it. So we're gonna pull out all the plumbing, all the shower parts of it, and put it into the sauna building instead. So the shower house will become, I don't know, a storage space, a tool storage space, whatever. But this will be more practical as far as having the shower house in it for a few reasons. One, I think we're actually going to have 2 wood stoves in it. I think there's going to be, you know, the sauna stove, and then actually we have a couple of wood stoves that we were given. I think there'll be another wood stove in the main hangout space, and so we can start a fire, condition that space, and have it be warmer to take showers in the winter, which will be helpful. And then also there'll be a shower in there, you know, that we can use cold water for, or warm it up and have warm water for coming out of the sauna. We could have a cold water shower also. So it'll be more practical being enfolded in this building. So that is the plan right now anyway. And this might be, you know, this might wind up being a little bit slower of a build. We'll see what happens, but since we moved out here 3 years ago, we've been experimenting with, you know, the balance between having Mike work a job for pay and work here on site, building a growing Empty Mountain infrastructure, which we do for love and not for money. So he's been working on and off jobs for pay since we moved out here. And lately, recently we've taken kind of a couple large money hits, and so we might need to, you know, reprioritize our time a little bit, and he might need to work a little bit more in the next couple of months, or, you know, before the snow flies. So we'll see, you know, he might do like a week on of work, a week here, you know, a week working a job for pay and a week working here. We'll see how that goes, but you know, we're trying to figure it out. We are opting to live very simply and differently, so that we don't have to work full-time, kill ourselves for you know, the purposes of paying bills and stuff, and you know, opting to live a little differently, so that we can enjoy life also. Do both things, work for money, you know, that's good to do, important to do, and, you know, also live for the joy of life. So anyway, the sauna house has started. We'll keep you updated and posted about that. Next weekend we're going to have a camping retreat weekend. It'll be our 3rd camping retreat weekend here at Empty Mountain. I think right now there'll be 8 of us, so that seems like a nice group size, and I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all soon.